What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you today with a how-to build on a little crawler course for the Axial SCX 24. So check out how I made my course for the indoor. We've got this set up in the garage. We can sit in the AC and run these little trucks and just have a blast. You can see I was just kind of laying things out there, and then here I'm doing a little bit of testing, seeing how the truck is going to take this turn, and if I want to use creek rock and that sort of thing. Just playing around a little bit, checking the scale of things. So check out the build. Hope it helps somebody, and if you have any questions, let me know. Let's get rolling with it. Okay, so I kind of laid things out how I wanted them over here. And then I wanted to start playing with stuff, figure out how exactly I was going to do this. So took some spray foam, sprayed on these couple blocks I had, and then what I'm doing, it comes out really like in lines. You can kind of see that. So I'm letting it set up just a little bit where it gets tacky, and then I'm just taking one of these other pieces that I'm going to do and just kind of smudging it around to give it such, to where it's not, looks like it sprayed out of a nozzle. This is not quite dry enough yet. It's starting to get tacky, but hitting it a little bit. I'm mostly just trying to cover up some of these edges on this foam, because it wants to fall apart and get the little things everywhere. So I wanted to kind of cover that up and then give it some texture also. But like, that's not a half bad looking texture on that. And then I'll hill it up in some places once I put all this where it's going. I just kind of wanted to cover it a little bit and then set things in place, and then go around and fill in areas. So this is kind of a couple pieces how I ended up with them. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of set them in here and see what they're going to do, and then I'll fill in areas. I'm trying to keep this fairly light so that if I need to move this, I can. So I may just find some newspaper or something like that, fill in this area and foam over that. Okay, I was toying around with this stuff, this great stuff in the can, and it wasn't doing too hot. I mean, one can did this basically in this little bit of slop here. All right, so I decided to use one of these kits I had laying around. And one kit of it did this whole piece here, which in my opinion looks much better, and all of this on these little bowls like I had here. So definitely going with that. I may throw this in somewhere for fillers since I have it, but that stuff is much better. But starting to get there. The way this stuff sprays is a lot better also. It comes out of a handle, so the farther you get away, the more of a textured look like that you get. I'll probably go over and sputter over this a little bit with it, kind of change that up. But I think when I paint that, like, I'm not going for like super realistic, amazing to scale look or anything. I just want something for us to crawl on. So I think it'll work plenty well enough for us. Okay, so I've kind of decided to use the great stuff to mostly fill in gaps, because I just feel like it doesn't do quite as well. So I'm just kind of filling in my gaps and helping piece some of it together. You can tell that's not dry yet. But the other stuff is just easier to spray on, and I feel like it, no, it sets up a lot quicker, and I think I can just make it look better. So I have a bunch of cans of this. So far I've gone through 3 of them. So I'm gonna fill some more of the gaps with that, and then spray the other out. Okay, so my videos, I keep it real. I let y'all know how things actually go. I don't just say, oh, I did this, and then show you the end product. You're always gonna have stuff go wrong. I had one case of this foam that just did not mix well. It was the 2-part, which I like better. Actually, you'll see my mess here, but those, look at this. Make sure you have a good workspace. But it didn't mix well. It was real runny. You can see this. It was not mixed at all. All it did was just make a wet, nasty mess. I had stuff running down here. Yeah, it sucked. It was like that, but way worse. And so what I'm trying to do is, I was curious, instead of trying to let that dry, which I don't know if it's ever gonna dry, I started taking some of this quick plug grout and letting it soak it up. And then I'm spraying it with the spray bottle. I don't really want to get my spray bottle nasty, and I'm holding my phone with the other hand. So, but I wet it down just enough, it's darker. And then I'm gonna try to let that dry and see how it does. It's seems like it's gonna stay in place fairly decent. Not gonna be climbing, spinning tires a lot in these areas. I probably am gonna make like a little ramp right here at an angle or something. I thought would be kind of neat. A couple paint sticks or some wood. I may even pile up some wood logs, some little logs in this corner to come up. Maybe a creek rock or something here. Like, I want to put a little rock in here and there in different places. Some of these little holes I may throw some little rocks in. And most of it I'm going to kind of try to paint, just something like that. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this like super realistic. I just want it to look kind of cool and something for us to mess with. You can see this was a kitchen table that it's sitting on, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for this little crawler. Like, this is going to be a pretty big little crawl area for it, and a lot of different lines. I mean, you're going to be able to come through here and go around and up and over, or up this and around. I'm going to try to make, like I said, maybe something here, something different to come up over this way. Same thing here, maybe some creek rock in this area or something to make something kind of cool here. Yeah, you got the 2 big holes in the back, drain pipes coming out over there. I want to make a bridge across here, like a rope bridge or something eventually. Just some type of little bridge going across. I was gonna go kind of high in the middle and have a big huge hill climb and that sort of thing, but I decided to keep it all kind of open so that you can mostly stand in one spot here and drive through it all. You don't have to be walking around the table all the time. I left this end open for the kids because they're shorter. They can still stand on a chair or something if they need to. But yeah, so far I guess it's doing all right, and I'll let you know how this does. Like I said, just trying to show you guys some of the complications you may have if your foam don't mix well. This could be a solution. I don't know. I got a lot of wet up in here too, so I may even throw some up there. I just kind of wanted to see how it did down here in a small area first. And so far, I think it's going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait for everything to dry so we can try it out. So hopefully we get it dried up a little and we'll get some running on it. So I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. Be sure to check out video number 2 to see how I finished it up and a little bit of run time on it. Sorry I had to do a 2-part video of this, but I just couldn't fit it all into one. Appreciate you watching. Peace.